Good morning. Today we're going to discuss about the moral autonomy within the context of engineering. It is important for engineers. The factor that can hinder or promote strategies for cultivating it in engineering practice and education. Moral autonomy is an essential one. The aim is to provide a comprehensive understanding of autonomy and its significance in assuring the ethical context and behaviors. Here, we're going to discuss about its simplest form, capacity and right to self-governance in moral matters. It involves the ability to think critically and independently about moral issues, to make reasoned judgment based on its own moral principles. Based on the moral principles, every individual will have their own judgment towards the issues. We might think of the ethical issues that might happen because of the actions that we going to take on a problem. We'll think of the personal issues and we might live with some simpler actions towards the persons. If the particular problem cause more trouble or more hazards to the environment, will take a suitable action on the same. Here, moral reasoning, the ability to analyze moral dilemmas, identify relevant ethical principles, and evaluate different courses of action based on their moral implications. Critical thinking. Within the critical thinking, the capacity to question assumption, challenge conventional wisdom, and consider alternative perspectives on moral issues. Self-reflection, the willingness to examine one's own values, beliefs, and biases, and to be open to change one's mind in light of new information or arguments. Responsibility, the acceptance of accountability for one's moral choice and actions, and a commitment to acting in accordance with one's moral principle. Freedom, the ability to take moral choices without undue corrections or pressure from the others. These are the things that need to be considered in the following of moral autonomy. These are the main foundations of the moral autonomy. Why the moral autonomy is important to engineers? When we think on the engineering situations, engineers plays a critical role in shaping the world around us. Their decisions have a profound impact on public safety, health, and welfare. Therefore, it is very essential that engineers possess a strong sense of moral autonomy. Ethical dilemma. Engineers often face complex ethical dilemmas in their work, where there is no easy or obvious answers. Moral autonomy enables them to navigate these dilemmas thoughtfully and responsibly. Professional responsibility. Engineering code of ethics emphasize the importance of upholding the public good. Moral autonomy empowers engineers to act in accordance with these codes, even when it is difficult or unpopular. Innovation and creativity. Moral autonomy encourages engineers to think outside the box and to challenge conventional approaches to the problem solving. This can lead to innovative and creative solutions that are both technically sound and ethically responsible. Accountability. Moral autonomy fosters a sense of accountability for one's actions. Engineers who are morally autonomous are more likely to take ownership of their work and to be responsible for its consequences. Restraint pressures. Engineer may pressure from employees, client, or colleagues to compromise their ethical standards. Moral autonomy provides them with the strength and convenience to resist such pressure. Here, we can explain this concept with a simple story. Imagine that you are working in an industry on R&D department. And immediate next day, a new vehicle is going to launch and it is going to get to the customers. It will be at the hand of end users, that it will reach to the customers. You are identifying a mistake, that is there was a possibility of getting brake failure when the vehicle travels the speed range of 80 to 100 km/h. You are noticing it and you are finding it with the valid solutions. You are reporting to your immediate authority. The immediate authority also accept that there is chance of getting brake failure, but whereas the launching program is planned on tomorrow. So it is not possible to stop the launching program. We can rectify the issues on the next lot and we can address the issues later on. He just ignored the problem statement that you are bringing to his notice. But whereas you are in deep concern with the consumer's life, so you are not able to stop on that particular situations. You want to address the same to your higher authorities. So with the proper documentations and with the proper evidence, you can write a mail to your authority who is who is capable of stopping the program which is already scheduled. So you're just writing a mail. Though your immediate supervisor is not ready to stop the program, he is just giving some false excuses towards you. On thinking of the end user's life, on thinking of the causes that will impact after the vehicle gets launched, you are taking another step and making the issue to reach all the persons with the proper evidence. So this will help you in your ethical matters and it will also give a good impact on you. This is how we should think of these situations and act to these situations. There are many benefits in the moral autonomy. The authority worships blindly following the instructions of supervisors without questioning their ethical implications. These are the hinders in the moral autonomy. This will also lead to the worship of the authority. That is, if we are keep on following the instructions without questioning their ethical implications, then it will lead to trouble. Conforming the opinions of group with critically evaluating them. Diffusion on responsibility, believing that one is not person responsible for the consequence of one's action when working as per a team. This will lead to the hinders. The factors that hinders the causes. Lack of ethical training, time pressures, the pressure to impact or complete the projects quickly when it can lead to shortcuts and compromise on ethical standards. When we are facing a pressure that is insufficient education and training is given to the employees, there might be some ethical failure comes over there. Fear, worrying about the consequence of speaking out and against the unethical practice, which leads to a lot of failures, conflicting the loyalties, facing conflicting obligations to employees, clients, and in the public. Enhancing moral autonomy in engineering. Ethical educations, providing engineers with a solid foundation in ethical principles, moral reasoning, and professional ethics. Critical thinking skills, encouraging engineers to develop their critical thinking skills, inculcating the ability to analyze arguments, identify biases, and evaluate the evidences. Open communication, fostering a culture of open communications where engineers feel comfortable raising ethical concerns without fear of the consequences. Ethical leadership, providing ethical leaderships that's a positive example and encourage the ethical behaviors. Professional code of ethics, adhering to the professional code of ethics that provides guidance on ethical conduct. Case studies will explore the ethical dilemmas and to develop moral reasoning skills. Mentorships provides the opportunities where experienced engineers can guide and support younger engineers in developing their moral autonomy. Thank you.